Hey everyone, this is Mace1370. We are here for round 2 of the Legend Bracket for the YouTube Cup. Before we get into it though, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, please see the video description below for a link to my Discord. I wanted to show the bracket really quick before we got started here. So last time, Aether, Bulge, and Elfmage advanced into round 2, so they'll be playing today. And Delphis and Ricazzo advanced, so they will also be advancing into round 2 today. And I know I've probably clarified this before, but Elfmage, his account is Omega, so that's Elfmage when you see him. And Ricazzo has the in-game name Ozekir, and so we'll kind of refer to him as both Ricazzo or Ozekir, depending on I guess whichever word pops into my head. So let's go ahead and get started with the matches. Hey everyone, this is Mace1370. We are here for the Elfmage versus Aether Bulge matchup. I am here with Kana and Valk. You guys want to say hi?
Hey guys,
hello,
how you guys doing?
Alright, here we go.
Yeah, so rank 6 versus rank 14. Both these guys still really big grinders, I guess. even I guess in this early season.
Yeah, I feel like these guys are usually some of the biggest heavy-hitting names in any given tournament that they appear in, so pretty excited to see what they pull out here. Gonna lead off with Belly and Hwayoung pre-ban, so we're going to get some very, I would say anti-aggression from like the Hwayoung ban coming from AB, and Elfmage is obviously looking to play way more aggressive, right? And then with the Hwayoung banned out, Apoc Ravi is just such a comfortable first pick.
Mm-hmm. And I think the natural answer of Meteor Cowrick and Alencia, especially with the Hwayoung ban, I think is a fairly good opener or a neutral start as well. Alencia, I think, can kind of be pivoted in a couple different ways and is doesn't have a huge number of counters, to be honest, in this meta, barring the Hwayoung and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think we've seen like plenty of games from E7WC where a lot of early aggression from an A Ravi can just be kind of slowed down by the Alencia, especially paired with like DN or something like that, right? Boom, your buffs are all gone, and suddenly we have defense buff.
Yep.
And the Alencia is just so flexible like that.
Yeah, and she can be built so tanky, it can be hard to aggress into that type of team. But it looks like Elfmage is doing it with the Bunny Dom.
Yeah, and the Spectre Tenebria being picked up here, I think another fairly solid neutral pick. The Bellion's banned, so she definitely becomes one of I would probably call like the game's most I guess desirable DPS, especially if you are the one that has the more aggressive draft already. Less chances for, I think, Elfmage to be cleaved here as opposed to Aether Bulge, who is already kind of committed to like a slightly slower playstyle a little bit with the Mediator Cowrick and the Alencia, but actually choosing to go with Closer Charles here. Ooh, we'll see if he excuse me. We'll see if he decides to pair this with something like an Ida or another mage. Ooh, Rimuru.
Yeah, so it feels like any time when you pick a Closer Charles on third, you're like really committed to playing fast. Sometimes Closer Charles kind of fit in a slightly slower draft style as like a alternative type carry, right? But like this, he's almost certainly racing this Bunny Dom, unless this Charles is like just super tanky on a lifesteal build, something like that.
Something that could be going on here is that there's a chance that Aether Bulge doesn't think that the Moon Bunny Dominiel is going to have much effect when she presses skill 3. There's a chance even that if they do decide to press, or if Moon Bunny decides to press skill 3, maybe the next unit that hits gets hit by the Rimuru. Maybe that's kind of what he's looking to do here. But with the Angel of Light and the Green Sid, I think there's probably a chance that Aether Bulge here wants to have, I don't know, maybe a... Yeah, I think he was going to try to have like an anti-cleavish kind of unit. Yeah, Assassin Sid I think is fairly fine into the Spectre Tenebria. Probably also races and kills the Green Sid here. And I would assume he's looking to have it as a force ban. Aether Bulge, that is.
Yeah, so I think the AOL was a really strong pick into both Charles, even if like the Charles outspeeds the AOL, and into Rimuru, so that gets taken out. Green Sid makes it slightly sketchy from how I feel like, just into the Assassin Sid.
Yeah,
Well, this
and,
will
we've
give
seen-
speed imprint
Oh,
to the
sorry.
Moon Bunny, right? So
Mhm.
there's a decent chance that Elfmage outspeeds here. Because I think his
Right,
Moon
and I
Bunny
think
is
now the key
around
becomes
300.
when this kill does come down, right? Can this Green Sid one-shot the Rimuru so that, you know, the Rimuru can't kill the Green Sid back, essentially?
Yeah,
Ooh, did you see what artifact was on the Assassin Sid? That's
probably.
Secret Storm.
Yeah, Secret Storm.
Ooh.
So it pushes, I guess, more than Moon Bunny.
And it steals the turn. So I mean that just has to be a kill onto the Sid. I wonder if Elfmage had or hadn't seen that artifact proc on the Assassin Sid, because surely you don't want the Green Sid
Yeah.
to die on first turn.
This is not looking
Yeah.
good for Elfmage here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he might have missed that, because otherwise then it would just S1 onto A Sid and just try to fish for a sleep to make a bigger play.
Mm-hmm.
AB has so many cheeky techs.
He does. That he does. And I don't think he wants to go for the skill tree on anyone here. Oh, he's just running it onto the Assassin Sid?
I think he has to. He's behind.
Oh!
Yeah.
Ooh. So he does get the kill, and I guess he can try to fluff up maybe the Closer Charles here or the Rimuru. I'm not exactly sure who his priority would be, but
Yeah, I think
Oh,
there was
or the
also a
Valencia.
chance that he kind of saw that coming, but I think the biggest issue here is now that he kind of has to play through not having souls, because if he had more souls there, I think he would have had more options to decide what to do with that turn.
Yeah, the Acid really crippled him, and yeah, this is going to defense break the team, so this is pretty over.
yeah, this looks... And it's 2 turns as well, and I don't know if the Apocalypse Ravi is going to be able to get a second turn to wipe off the defense break. Ooh, but the stun for the Alencia is pretty nice for preventing injury, but especially with this turn on Alencia, I think Apocalypse Ravi is going to lose a lot of her health with maybe injury. I'm actually not sure if this is an injury Alencia, but it's
Looks
not.
like-
No,
Yeah, it
that's a
looks like
speed
not.
Alencia.
Ooh.
I would imagine for any aggro player, right, known aggro player, their most likely build on their Alencia would just be speed, because you kind of need to speed tune your Alencia to just activate off of your main units, essentially.
Mm-hmm. And I have to imagine this will kill the Apocalypse Ravi, and it doesn't. Aether Bulge takes game 1. Wow.
Yeah, that cheeky Assassin Sid tech definitely gave him
Wow.
that lead there.
I'm positive Elfmage is going to be looking very carefully at the artifacts, I think, next time. And I actually didn't even know if the artifact would cut ahead of the Moon Bunny skill 2 or skill 3 CR push, but I guess it was enough.
Yeah, I didn't
Because
see
Moon
the
Bunny
CR
is a
bar.
20% push, and a Secret Art Storm Sword at max, I believe, is like a 24% push, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm curious as to what they're going to go with here. Oh, and the Angel of Light. I'm surprised there isn't any... I guess with the introduction of Moon Bunny Dominiel, maybe they aren't so afraid of the first pick Conquer Lilius threat. But
Mm-hmm.
the APOC once again prioritized by Elfmage here. I think are they basically running it back again? Yeah, and this is the same opener, I think, as last game. Fairly neutral, though, of course. Just lets them pivot into, I guess, a more adaptive draft based on what the enemy opponent plays. The APOC obviously can pivot into Cleave and Aggro. Alencia, Meteor, Cowric, always nice for laying out the foundation for, I mean, as you can see, even Cleave in that last game, right? Like, he had the Closer Charles and the Acid to kind of wrap up the team, but...
So I think just from playing a lot of ladder recently, what I've noticed is that there's kind of 2 types of players. There's players like both Elfmage and Aether Bulge, where they'll try to play as flexibly as possible as well. And there are players who will only ever pick one style. And I noticed some of the funnest games to watch are these like flexible versus flexible players, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for laddering, it's definitely a more challenging playstyle because you would need to have a pretty decent understanding of how your opponent plays a game, and just kind of seeing both of these guys play footsies to try to dodge around each other. It's just so much it's just so interesting.
I actually agree entirely, and I mean, we've been seeing recently in like tournaments, recently in like events. I feel like the more flexible you are, obviously, like the more successful you're going to be. But you are right in saying it's not the easiest playstyle to adapt to by any means. But it does kind of yield, the best results. You can even imagine from this match we have closer Charles, Sage Ball, Alencia. It really does feel like Aether Bulge is playing full reactionary to how Omega is drafting here. And
yeah. AB has a very defensive setup, right? So because he has such a flexible opening with the Hangai Alencia, Elfmage kind of maybe a little bit more all in on the aggro with a Bunny Dom pick. So it makes it so that Elfmage is kind of just, one direction. He's kind of going all in, and Aether Bulge is just fighting back, trying to CR cut with the Hangai and with the Sage Ball.
This Lionheart Sirmia is a very interesting pick, basically trying to get her to activate off of the Alencia S1, S2, right?
Yeah, and I'm not really sure if that's necessarily going to be the greatest thing, because I understand that you're going to be doing damage off of the Alencia, but if you proc and you start doing AoE damage, I mean, the Sage Ball could very well come back and use his skill 3 to punish the damage, right, from the Lionheart Sirmia.
Yeah, it depends on how this ball is built, how much HP he has.
Yeah, because part of it is, when you're playing aggression, a lot of the best effects of an aggro draft comes from chaining a lot of turns together and not giving your opponent the room to react. And wow, okay, Elfmage is just going to play it slow.
Yeah, I think Elfmage doesn't want his attack buff to get dispelled by the ball. Or he wants to hold the cleanse from Doctor's Bag to wake everybody up.
The main issue I see here is that if he decides to hold it, I mean, I guess maybe the Moon Bunny Dominiel isn't in that much danger, but I was thinking maybe there's a chance that you just eliminate the Moon Bunny Dominiel and it becomes a little harder for you to find a target to activate or find a target to skill 3. But actually, the damage on that Alencia kind of proving me wrong. She looks like she might be in prime range to be an Apocalypse Ravi S3 target in case if someone dies here from Elfmage's side. And
wow, Elfmage with the play. So I thought that Stenny was going to die for sure from the attack of Alencia. And as it turns out, right, he soul burns the APOC S1 into the Alencia, forcing the Alencia to just have lower damage off for HP scaling. That was pretty important. Letting his Spectre Tenebra actually survive with 66 HP.
Yeah, and I have to imagine this is going on to the... Oh, on the closer. Oh, that really didn't do that much damage. I mean, the evasion, of course, and the added defense buff is really nice, but I don't know if... Does Elfmage have enough to deal with the oncoming onslaught? I do know that, the Lionheart Sirmia is coming through right now, but I think she's just dead.
Lionheart dies.
Yeah, she's just dead.
Yeah. And
yeah, the Lionheart was interesting. I don't think it was enough, though. Lionheart's a very slow character.
Yeah, so as I was saying in the beginning of the game, right? Usually when you have fallback plans like this, what you're kind of looking for is to have a consistency, right? Lionheart would take Alencia's second turn to really activate and pop off. And if the game plan for Elfmage falls apart before then, Lionheart is just way too slow of a character to help him stabilize the situation. And AB's just going to take it right here.
Yeah.
Also, that's an Azure Comet on Alencia.
Oh, wow.
A lot of sneaky tech from Aether Bulge. I mean, what can we say, right? Genius of the ladder, I guess.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Those were some good games. Good games, boys.
Yeah.
So it looks like Aether Bulge will advance to the finals, and we will see Valk on the Emperor bracket.
Yeah, we'll see you guys, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you again.
Good luck to everyone. Thanks again for Mace for hosting this. Always fun time.
Yeah, adios.
All right, take it easy.
Hey everyone, this is Mace1370. I am here with Dr. Squirrel and Ace Trainer for the Ozekir versus Delphis match. Guys, you want to say hi?
Sure, I'm Dr. Squirrel, Epic 7 YouTuber, and kind of gave my blurb the first round, so I'm back for round 2.
Yeah, hello everyone, I'm Ace Trainer, also known as ARAS Trainer. I was actually participating initially, but now I will be joining on the commentary, so excited to see this match with them.
Cool, yeah, so Delphis gets first pick. Ozekir is the person I'm, representing, so I'm rooting for him, but I want everybody to do well.
Yeah. Now I'm rooting for Delphis. I'm actually curious to see what he's going to pick this time. I feel like last time he really prioritized like A-Raz a lot, so I feel like if Ozekir lets him have it, he's going to take it every time. Oh, there you go.
There it is. Yeah, it's interesting because I think both Delphis and Rakazo have similar playstyles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's also interesting that they prefer A-Raz over like a DN that cleanses or like a Handguy cleanse first pick, you know?
So there's
Delphis
the
also
DN.
like Landy a lot.
Mm. It's a pretty safe DN APOC.
Handguy and AOL are both still up. I think Handguy's good into DN, so you have that option.
Alencia is also pretty good here.
Yeah, I like Alencia a lot. Able to strip away the DN buffs and also injure a Ravi.
Right.
AOL.
And
Okay.
Landy.
There's the Landy.
So both of those picks are pretty threatening for DN, right? Stripping her buffs away, and then also, if she is able to get her buffs up, then Landy's going to cycle pretty fast.
Now, I haven't watched Delph's last match, but is the AOL on book, you think?
That I'm not sure about. I know Rakazo can pivot into aggro, but I don't think we've really seen Delphis do that. I kind of wonder if Rakazo will go more aggressive here. Like, I feel like Politis into something could potentially be good.
Yeah.
The Politis is going to check the AOL just because if her passive, activates, or if she uses skill 3, it'll activate the Politis. And then being able to put buff lock up on Landy, as well as, the Misty buff will really cripple her ability to do damage. Okay, we're not seeing that though. Oh, and a green Sid. That's very unusual.
I wonder if he meant to do that. He was out of time there. He literally picked that with 0 seconds on the top.
Yeah.
That better be like a very high damage pen set Sid, or else I don't know how they're going to break through.
Yeah, this
AOL
might have been a
and
mispick.
A-Raz.
I agree with Squirrel. He might have not known what to do and timed out.
Yeah.
Or if, he got distracted in real life or something.
I mean, even if it is a hard-hitting Sid, like, I feel like most AOLs are tanky nowadays, right? Can a Sid even kill it?
Right.
I would expect not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can kill anything on that board with Sid.
Now, if it's like a 240 or a slower Sid, then yeah, it could kill. But if it's a faster one, definitely not.
I'm not sure how I feel about Ozekir's draft, because right now, if I'm Delphis, I blind ban whatever's last, and no matter what, he's dealing with a Landy or an S10A.
Yeah, this looks really bad for Rakazo.
And they have the 2 knights tank down, so the A-Sid's probably, or the green Sid's probably not going to kill anything.
So blind's definitely banned.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's more scared of the Landy or the S10A.
I think they're both problems. Honestly, there's a lot of problems for him here. Because even if he bans out a DPS, he has both FCC and ARAS to break through. And that's going to be tough. I mean, you could get def breaks from Green Sid, I suppose.
Maybe he banned S10A because he figures with AOL he won't have buffs up for Landy to cycle. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's possible.
Or just Guiding Light at 30%.
Yep.
That's true, yeah.
I think that is an out he can play to here, right? If Landy doesn't go into Guiding Light, he could potentially snipe out the Landy.
Wait, it's not a guiding light landy anyway.
Oh.
I think he played this last time. It's like a counter landy, right?
Yeah, maybe on Bloodstone.
So they do choose to buff up here. I'd be curious to see if Delphs presses the S3 on AOL.
So he's just trying to rush the landy down.
Yeah, you get that shield from Aras. If Rikazo can get a Death Break on the landy, then I think Delphis could be in trouble.
You think he'll just S2 with Aras to make sure that doesn't happen?
Yeah,
doesn't have a strip.
yeah, he may. He has Soulburn here,
Might be.
so he may just do that.
Yeah, it might be worth it over defense buff.
Yep.
Yep. Actually, Sid's probably dead.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dead already.
So now I think Rikazo's only out is to get Lanny to cycle out of this barrier.
Yeah.
But with
And it's not
FCC,
Bloodstone.
yeah.
It's Symbol.
If he can cycle out, he could potentially S3 the Landy.
I didn't catch that Landy's HP though. I don't even know if he can. Well, he's gonna wait out the barrier, but I wonder if he can one tap that Landy even with the Apoc Robbie without.
FCC
stopping-
put the barrier back on to Landy there.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Oh right, it refreshes the strongest, so
yeah,
that strong barrier is gonna constantly refresh with a 19k HP Landy. Like this is
yeah. I think I think Rikazo's in
Yeah, I
trouble.
think he's kind of screwed.
yeah. And he can infinitely Soulburn and probably get back to his S3 7 buffs.
Yeah, and both Amelia and Deanne don't really synergize all that well with a Ravi because, I mean, you could push a Ravi, but then what? She just kind of tickles you with the S1 over and over.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he actually should have Soulburn onto Deanne or Amelia there just for more stacks.
Yep.
It's actually something I didn't know Landy did for an embarrassingly long time. When you attack a character with Landy, she gets more stacks of focus based on the number of buffs they have. And then when she takes a turn, she also gets more of that focus, for the number of buffs on the enemy team. So if you
Yeah.
hit a target that has a lot of buffs on it, then you're going to get back to your S3 more quickly.
I played Landy for the longest time and I didn't know until like Call pointed out to me like 6 months ago, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah. Reading
That looks
comprehension, a critical skill.
Deanne might be dead here. Yep.
Goodbye, Deanne. This is all part of Ozekir's plan to stack up damage on the Apoc S3.
Right. It's actually looking like AOL's a more viable revive target than Landy.
Yeah, but this defense buff is going to make reviving anything kind of problematic.
I think he's just trying to get the barrier to switch to AOL.
Yeah.
I don't know, the AOL is pretty tanky.
Okay, if he had Politis instead of Green Sid, do you think this would have turned out differently?
I think it would allow him to go something more aggressive on the 5th. Maybe the Amelia could have been a closer or something, and yeah, that might have been interesting.
Do you like Politis into drafts like this, though? I mean, I'm not really in Legend right now. At the higher tiers, are people still just running pure DPS Politises? Because I feel like when I use that, and I draft into Standard, eventually she just dies and I'm down a person really early.
Politis has
But
a
I've seen a
huge
few people
number
run
of
super
builds.
tanky, annoying Politises I could never kill, and
Yeah.
they just stop all my non-attack skills. I don't know. But against the tankier teams, I get a nice opener, but if I don't kill anything, the Politis always just drops dead.
Yeah, it really depends on what your game plan is, right? How aggressive you want to be. But there's a lot of people with degen polys out there.
Yeah, me included.
I debated building one because I ran into one that did 0 damage, but had freaking 20k HP. I think it had 100 effect resistance too, because I couldn't do anything to it. It was just really aggravating.
Yeah.
All right, so I think Ozekir needs to switch it up here a little bit.
I've known Ozekir since the Senya days, but for a while he was even admitting that Senya wasn't, too relevant. But I wonder what he thinks after the buff.
I've talked to him about it. I think he and a lot of other people think Senya's actually pretty strong into, certain teams with DN.
Mm-hmm.
That
I would agree.
The fact that they added Provoke to her S3 is actually, like, really crippling.
Yeah. Valencia and Shu both struggle into Senya. Okay, Rakaza goes for the first pick.
Yeah, Rakaza gets his ARAS this time.
Whoa.
Flurry.
Not seen that in a while.
This looks like some Cougar-bot technology.
Right?
Man, I used to be a Flurry main.
Then what happened?
Let's see, what did happen? That was in, like, Season 3, I think?
Yeah, I remember that because you had some kind of, I mean, back in the day it was fast. Like, you get like a 290 flurry or something, right?
Yeah, it was like
Where
293.
my Cerise, I'd be like, what is this goddamn pigeon thing? I lost a bunch of matches to you because I think it pre-banned flurry against you, actually.
Yeah, no, I like Flurry a lot. She griefed you, though. It could happen.
Yeah. Good old 15%.
For a while, I liked Flurry into AOL because I get silence, it's whatever. I'm fast and I'll cycle back with S1, right? But I haven't been using her as much.
Yeah, the meta feels a little fast for her right now.
Mm-hmm.
But when it slows down, I think she's good. She can really break through some tanky teams. Oh, thank you, Crypto.
Oh, we see Senya.
Yes, this is a Senya pick.
Okay, I'm rooting for Rakaza for this one.
Just to get a Senya win.
Yeah. Also, it's pretty good into Flurry and DN because if Senya lands that Provoke, the Flurry is just going to slowly chip herself down and maybe go through like a Provoke loop, right?
Yeah. The danger is if Flurry S3 is the Senya.
Mm-hmm.
And strips away all of those buffs. Okay, Landy. Landy's good into hand guy.
How do you feel about Landy versus Senya?
I think it's probably fine if you have some way of preventing the provoke onto Landy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Senya has the one S3 to break her out, but if you can stay in Guiding Light after that. And it looks like Delphis has picked Amelia here. So that's another cleanse to get rid of those Senya debuffs.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we see some fire options from Rakaza? There's 2 grass units and then the 2 water soul weavers.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see like a Charlotte come out or something.
Yeah, I think Charlotte could be good.
Fire Charlotte works here.
But that also relies heavily on buffs. So,
He has the hand guy, so I think he could take Fire Charlotte. I mean, the Flurry is a little spooky. I think Carrot is also an option.
He does take it. Okay. And I guess in some ways with the Frenzy change and Aros having defense buff applied, it sort of negates the Flurry Death Break. Okay.
I think Mercedes is fine too.
I'm gonna blind ban whatever is last, I guess. Well, Delphis has to take a DPS here, but it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's gonna get banned.
Yeah. Actually, if it's a high bulk Meru, it actually isn't too fearful of the Milim because you can backline it with Aros, right? So you actually don't have to ban Milim.
I think it's between Milim and Flurry.
Yeah. They do just respect the Milim.
He's still
Yeah.
Milim, yeah.
Milim could quickly delete, whatever's not being protected by Aros.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you're scared of the opener, like Flurry could death break and then Milim definitely kill something.
Yeah.
I don't actually know the speeds of any of these units right now. Let's see how fast this Flurry is.
Okay, not too fast.
Yeah. I don't think anyone puts their premium gear on Flurry anymore.
Alright, so Dian's just going to boost. I guess Delphis feels he has enough cleansing with Amelia,
Yeah.
which I think he does too.
So in this sort of situation, he actually wants to proc magic early. So
Yeah.
it's the one
Before-
attack instead of two.
Yeah, before the attack up.
Does he provoke Meaty?
That would be a very high risk, high reward play.
Yeah.
Because you have one turn to... Okay. This makes sense.
Oh, he's just ripping the Aros. He
Ooh,
gets the
death
death
landed.
break.
Yeah, that death break is going to be big.
Oh man, this is likely a dead landy.
Yeah.
No mitigation, death break into two
What
S3s.
artifact is that Flurry on?
Oh,
Ooh, Amelia cuts.
I'll go back. Yeah.
Oh, I guess yeah, Flurry could be on Aureus. I didn't see what Flurry was on. Okay,
Oh,
I guess-
but death break sticks.
Yeah,
That's actually...
dude.
And Rakazo's going to have 2 hits to try to circumvent the anti-crit.
And
oh, he can just strip it with
here.
hand guy here.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I think
He just soul burn.
too.
Yeah, soul burn. Okay, yeah. Wow, these ice crystals are doing overtime, but not enough.
Oh, it actually lived though.
It did, yeah, that was surprising.
I don't really
Delphis-
think he had many plays anyway, though.
No, that was pretty over. Alright, so we get to go to a game 3 here. So who do you guys think gets pre-banned?
I mean, I'm noticing that Delphs really likes Landy. Protect the bulky Landy comp.
Yeah, yeah, good
Okay.
call. There goes
Matter
Hand
now
Guy.
because Ozekir got rid of it.
And there goes Hand Guy. Aras is still up.
Yep.
Everyone's favorite first pick, I guess.
Yeah, Aras is so good in Standard.
Yeah. Because we're in a meta that's like decently fast, and so the S2, it's just too good.
Yeah, it has the potential to really generate a ton of tempo right out the gate if you needed to.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a pretty standard opener from Rakazu. We haven't really seen him shift into aggro, though.
Yeah. Which I know he's capable of doing.
I feel like you need so many units built nowadays to do this, though, because a lot of people are picking these really tanky bruisers, and the answers to them are very different, right, than answers to comps where maybe there's some squishy units on the enemy team.
Yep. Especially with the RGB change.
Yeah. So like things like Irvelin are really popular now for that reason, just because he can blow up 2 pretty tanky units.
Yeah. I'm also seeing a resurgence of like Fire Ravi.
I actually haven't. I think I drafted Fire Ravi once, fairly recently, against the Senya. Playing against Senya is pretty annoying. Cross is hovering the Sage Vivian. That could be good.
Oh.
I don't know how that works against Valencia. Doesn't Valencia get rid of 2 stacks immediately for S1?
If the first
Correct.
attack does enough damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Versus you Sylvan Sages, like, I actually don't like her that much. I thought she's okay if like they have like a solo APOC Ravi, but when I see her, I usually just tunnel her and she drops dead after you strip her focus.
Mhm.
So I usually kill her before she rotates back into a second S3. I guess if you have a really tanky team.
Okay, I like this pickup from Delphis with Solitaria. That's pretty much a must ban, right, for Rakazo?
Yeah.
And now he's going to have to deal with LQC somehow, but he doesn't really have an answer for it here.
Yeah, he's sort of in a bind because I imagine he drafts another DPS.
Yeah.
Because APOC solo DPS is kind of difficult into Alencia and LQC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yep.
I
So
didn't
we are-
love this Amaro pickup from Rikazo because the opponent has Emilia already, and she's going to cleanse away a lot of those seals and stuff.
And immunity from Aros.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that was a great pick for Rikazo.
Yep, just Sully standing. Okay.
So I think Rikazo's out here is LQC doesn't kill something, but does enough damage to Eula so that Eula's able to one-shot, in retaliation.
Eula can also provoke loop the Alencia if it's counter set. We'll see.
I think Rikazo runs her as a kind of a Crow type unit.
Okay, right.
So not counter, just bulky. Anti-crit could be annoying for LQC, but Alencia can just strip it away.
So you're imagining they boost up the Alencia here?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you want to use your S3
Yeah, you're not
in
going to waste
anti-crit.
it on a crit buff.
Oh,
Is he?
I mean, he
Or
could do this and just
getting
skill
up
1.
immunity?
Yeah, I think he's just getting up immunity.
yeah, that makes sense.
Probably just chop DN or something.
Mm-hmm. And I know it's only 30% chance, but I'm very fearful when I have to S3 with Raz and Tamaru.
Yeah.
I know, same. It feels like you set that bomb off more often than not.
Does get the seal.
Ooh,
Oh,
dual
that
attack.
injury is gonna
Yeah.
play a role in her
Yeah,
damage.
that is unfortunate for Delphis.
Yeah.
At least it didn't get blinded, though, so you can still strip. Actually, maybe not.
Can Eula just provoke?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this provoke's also gonna redirect a good amount of. Oh, because she's sealed, she actually hurts herself less.
Yeah, I feel like this LQC is just a ticking time bomb, though.
But I wonder when Alencia's gonna get the chance to strip anti-crit.
Yeah, the speed tuning is kind of awkward here.
Delphis does
LQC
need a good sequence.
Yeah. Loses attack buff soon.
Wow, Rikazo's the
Ooh.
dual gamer this match.
We see the combos.
I think Delphis agrees.
You have enough Hellcutter stacks, maybe it goes through the anti-crit. Because I know it. I mean, theoretically, if you stack like what, 30, it just doesn't care about anti-crit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Delphis does not have unlimited time here because Amaro is also ticking up.
Okay.
Boosting Alencia to strip this buff off.
Problem is, Deanne has her S3 up now. Doesn't
Oh.
You know what would be tragic is a counter into proc. Not that I'm rooting for one thing to happen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh, no proc. Unlucky.
Deanne does have her skills. Oh.
Yeah,
no.
Deanne is such a dumb unit.
Yeah. Okay. I kind of like that play, but it wasn't enough.
Now it's back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they buffed DN, we all got to enjoy anti-crit again. And it was like, okay, well, it's just one unit. And then they buffed Shu, which is also anti-crit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, that's such a frustrating meta to play in. There's so much variance, right? You can just like land no crits at all and you just lose. Or you could just ignore anti-crit and then
I
your
think
opponent
Delphis
loses.
might just have to rip it, unfortunately. He's on a timer. Like, as soon as Amork is back up, he's
Yeah.
dead.
But also, even if you kill Amaru, like APOC can bring back.
Mhm.
They have a revive target, so.
He gets the crit.
Alright, he
no
did
no
hit.
attack buff, though.
Oh.
Oh, it did nothing.
Look at all that injury on Alencia.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think he really has any way back here now.
So Rikazo doesn't even need to use Eula here. I think Aemera is going to kill Alencia.
Yep.
Oh, duels.
Proccing the barrier early also might be good, because now if you seal into, let's say, Soul Burn, I mean, like, okay, yeah.
He's not using his skill 3. I guess he has time now. Alencia's gone, right?
Yeah.
But LQC's always going to have immunity.
Goes for it. Not enough.
Break.
I think even if he killed, Apoc still has skill 3. Ras is getting low. This looks pretty over, I think, for Delphis.
Wow. The team was countering every hit. Here we go.
Oh, no.
You guys may not know about Rikazo's experience with Aemero. There's a long thread in the Veritas Guild chat where Rikazo is ranting Beautiful Mind style about how he can't beat Aemero, and then it transitions from that to him noticing that Aemero's in the coin shop and how he's buying Aemero, then asking how to build Aemero, and then talking about how Aemero never procs.
He just dual attack, redirected, provoke.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that was unfortunately a little lopsided RNG, but looks like Rikazo is going to take this one. So he will advance to the finals, and we will see Dr. Squirrel again in the Emperor bracket. So thank you guys for coming. Do you guys want to say anything before we head out?
Thanks for having me.
GG, and thanks to Delphis for playing for my team.
Yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you later.
All right, bye guys.